If you want to order a main device from Bullworker.com, then be sure to use the MAC10 coupon code to get a 10% discount on your order. Let the unboxing begin. Look what I got from Chrisman, or as I like to call him, Christmas Man. It doesn't really work. Anyway, I was gonna do a Bullworker video today, but yeah, then this came in the mail. It arrived way sooner than I had expected. That's the magic from Amazon Prime, I guess. So let's unpack this. Wow, it's heavy. Whoa! Sweet! They have new packaging. Whoa, that's so cool. If you watch my older unboxing videos, you can see that they used to use a very standard cardboard box, but this is actually a really cool looking box. Look at that. Look at that design. Oh, awesome. I'm never going to give this away. I'm going to throw this in the trash. Like, you know, the package is too neat to throw it away, so. Don't really know what I'm gonna do with it though. You already know what it is. The ISOFlow. ISOFlow Bullworker redefining fitness. So, I've heard some things about this. I have not really done much research into it, what exactly it is. And first of all, it comes with an ISOBOW, which is not the same as an ISOFlow. And I can see that, like I have heard, they have decided to use higher quality grips for the newer ISOBOWs. At least that is what I got from it. I'm not sure if this is the case with all ISOBOWs or just the one that comes with the ISOFlow. Definitely needed a new ISOBOW. This is the third one that I own now. And yeah, you can definitely tell that the build quality from the handles, that it's an upgrade. This feels really strong. Like, this is really high grade material. You can tell right off the bat. And like, the grips are a little less soft than the older models, but again, really strong material is being used for this. You can immediately tell, which I think is definitely an improvement. So here's the ISOFlow. It comes with a guide. Oh, this is a Bullworker guide. Wait. Oh, ISOFlow bow extensions, right? Yeah, you can use this thing as an how to put it, as an extension for your Bullworker. Like, it can help you to do a few other exercises that you cannot do with your Bullworker alone, which I will probably demonstrate in a completely separate video. And this is... okay. Oh, I think that this is an upgraded... yeah. This is an upgraded manual for the ISOBOW. Do differentiate between the ISOBOW and the ISOFlow. Like, both are very different devices. And if you didn't get a good look at it, this is the ISO Flow bow extension manual. Does this also include like, yes, it does include exercises that are meant for just the ISO flow. So not just exercise that you can do in combination with the bow bull worker, but also exercise that you can do with just the ISO flow, which you know, it's very important that they would include that. And here's a sticker, a bull worker sticker. I think that's a smart move. I think it's cool to you know, include these smaller but promotional things with the product that you're selling. So I think that that's a good move. Yeah, this is it. This is the ISO flow, and the best way to describe this is it's a bigger version of the ISO bow. But it's not that simple actually. It's not that simple. You can do a lot more with this than with just the ISO bow. So first impressions, the quality is as always really high, really good stuff from what I can tell. Really nice packaging. I think that what I already like about this is that this is very easy to take with you. Like the steel bow, it's very easy to take the steel bow with you. It's very easy to take the ISO bow with you. But this is also really easy to take with you, and you can do quite a few things with this. So I wasn't sure how to really set this thing up, but initially it comes like this, which is basically like an ISO bow with a very long cord attached to it. But you can change this cord, you can change the length of this cord, and that way you have an ISO bow with a different range of motion. You can decide which range of motion you want to use, and if you want, you can just use one part of the device and you can use it for isometric training any way you really like. For example, this way I can train my shoulders, or one shoulder at a time, or two shoulders probably. Can I? Not really. But you can also, and this is really the idea behind it, well, this is not the idea behind it, but this is the way to use it for most of the exercises that come with the guide. You can, let me do this correctly. So you have this, yeah, this, and then we will shorten this one. I'm not sure if I'm doing this correctly. Yeah, I think I am. Okay, now let me show you. Sorry if this is a very clumsy video, by the way, but you know, this is a real-time reaction unboxing video. No script, no nothing. So yeah, you use this, then you do the same with the other one. You use two handles, for example, to basically keep the whole thing in place. So you use that, like you put your feet in those handles, and this, for example, you can curl. Oh, this actually feels really nice. So that's kind of the idea behind it. Let's see. You can use it for a lot of things. You can also use it for your triceps. That was a dumbbell. For shoulders. Like actually I have to lengthen the cord to use it for my shoulders. It feels really good. Let's see what else we got. Alright. Yeah, this is like for the side of your shoulders. This is actually way more effective for training the side of your shoulder than doing the same thing with a dumbbell, I find. I find the same thing when I use a bull worker to train the back of my shoulders, or the, what is it, the medial deltoid. Very interesting. Yeah, you can like, no, that's too long. You can change it very quickly. Oh, and they do have a guide on how to connect the whole thing, right? Yeah. They have a short tutorial at the beginning of the book. Okay. Let's see. Right, for the core and the legs. Yeah, you can train everything with this. And now I'll also show you briefly how to combine this with a bull worker. So it's really what you would expect. You can use this as an extension of your bull worker. And there are a few ways how to combine these two devices. But one way, for example, that I will show you briefly, you can, for example, use this to deadlift. You know, use your lower back. And I gotta say, having an extension, a proper extension, not just a towel, for your bull worker, I can immediately tell that it is that it does make a big difference in how the exercise feels. So that's the ISOFlow in brief. My first impression is that it's really well made. High quality material is being used for this, clearly. I do see myself using this. It's very interesting when you, for example, use this for curls. You can clearly tell that that it's very engaging for the biceps. And this is of course a lot easier to take with you than, you know, free weights, dumbbells. Like, this is very light, very efficient, at least from the feeling that I get from it. So it's very interesting. I definitely will do a workout with this very soon. This definitely also fills a lot of the gaps that cannot be filled with just a bull worker, in my opinion. From the feeling that I get from it, the initial feeling. Like, you can't really, in my opinion, do great curls with a bull worker, but this, yeah, it feels really good. It it definitely isolates the muscle. The only downside that I see with things like the ISOFlow and the ISOBOW, and this is not really a downside per se, but it's a lack of the ability to really see how much resistance you're using. Like with free weights, with dumbbells, you can tell how much weight there is on the dumbbell, on the barbell, whatever. With the bull worker, you know kind of how much resistance you're giving You don't have that with these devices. But does that matter in terms of building muscle? Does that matter in terms of getting stronger? Probably not. As long as you increase the workload, increase the tension, the volume, it is my guess that you will always improve. But again, like you have, like you cannot really put a number on doing this, and that's kind of like a limiting factor. But that aside, again, this is a really great way to do exercises when you're on the road. Like it's a lot easier to take this with you than a set of dumbbells. And if I would travel, and if I would travel, I would definitely take this with me, and I would definitely prefer this over dumbbells. I already know that. You can basically do the same things with this as what you can do with dumbbells in most cases. And again, like it's especially for the travel aspect, this is a really big plus. I'd like to thank the Bulwark company for giving me one of these. Cannot wait to do a proper workout with them and do a proper video on this, because, you know, again, this is just my first impression. From what I can tell, it's a very high quality device, and I think that it has a lot of utility when it's being used in the right hands. So, yeah, got nothing else to say. Thanks for watching this unboxing video, and I will see you all in the next video.